8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Danushka Madhavela and read by Indrani Senanayaka. The headlines. Apparel sector businessmen are sure to fulfill the export income target this year. An authorised officer to look into the matters related to property auctions of debtors. Health authorities request the people to not fear about the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Plans have been made to set up a new media training institute. Steps are being taken to increase the retirement age for private sector employees up to 60 years. In foreign news, Thai Deputy Minister says AstraZeneca vaccine safe. Prime Minister to get vaccinated. Apparel sector businessmen in the country assure President Gotabaya Rajapaksa that they will fulfill the set target of 5.1 billion rupees of the year's export income. Representatives of the United Apparel Trade met President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the Presidential Secretariat this morning and gave this assurance. The businessman pointed out the ongoing and future threats faced by the sector due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They made a suggestion to look into the possibility of easing some health regulations for the apparel sector. Discussions were also made to increase the visa period of the investors. The President pointed out that a large export income can be earned by developing the apparel sector. He pledged support to increase the productivity and quality of the apparel sector. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa instructed officials to appoint an authorised officer to look into the reasons for auctioning properties obtained from mortgages due to the non-settling of loans. No entity can auction a property without the permission of the respective officer. The Prime Minister said that it is compulsory to check the financial history of the person who obtained the loan before auctioning the property. The Prime Minister made these remarks at a meeting held at the Finance Ministry today. Health authorities request the people to not fear about the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. There are some reports regarding the clotting of blood from this vaccine, and the health authorities say there's no such threat from this vaccine. Chairman of the Medical Regulatory Authority, Professor Channa Jayasumana, said that those reports are baseless. The Media Ministry says that plans have been made to set up a media training institution to create media personnel to face the future challenges of the modern world. It will be set up with the Vistas of Prosperity policy manifesto of the government. It will be set up as a mass media higher educational institute. A meeting was held at the ministry in this regard under the patronage of Media Minister Kehelia Rambukwella this morning. The minister said that the new institute will work centering the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. India's High Commissioner for Colombo, Gopal Bagley, has handed over 22 million rupees worth training aids to the Sri Lanka Navy. High Commissioner Bagley, who is on a visit to the northern and eastern provinces of Sri Lanka, formally handed over the training aids LKR to the commander of the Eastern Naval Area of the Sri Lanka Navy at a ceremony held on Sunday at the prestigious Naval and Maritime Academy, Trincomalee. Pursuing the commitment of the Indian Navy in assisting the regional navies in capacity building during his visit in December 2019, Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Kambir Singh, had committed to providing a number of training items to the Sri Lanka Navy, with a focus on supporting specialization courses being conducted at NMA, Sri Lanka Navy model and indigenously developed Vanarastra heavy-weight torpedo, working model of the light-weight torpedo, underwater telephone, gas turbine cut model of HMS Trincomalee and Bharti thermography were delivered to the Sri Lanka Navy in 2020 and were operationalized with joint efforts of the Indian Navy, Sri Lanka Navy and the OEMs from India. Deputy Inspector General of Police Ajit Rohana said that persons who have links with extremist and terrorist activities will be arrested. Addressing a media briefing held in Colombo this morning, he said that those individuals will be taken into custody under the Prevention of Terrorism Act and other relevant Gazette notifications. A person has been arrested in the Parnadura Kesalwata area in connection with extremism. The DIG said that the person is being questioned with the detention orders. The government has instructed the authorities to implement the orders regarding the madrasa schools. 1,965 such schools are active in the country at present. Minister Professor G.L. Pieris said that stern action will be taken in this regard. His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit stressed the need to look into these matters and find speedy solutions for the victims of the Easter Sunday attacks. Addressing a media briefing held today, he said, for the 21st of next month, 2 years will be completed for the brutal attacks. State Minister Sisira Jayakudi said that a list of Ayurveda doctors will be set up. It will be released next month. The government has also set up a subcommittee to find the possibilities of setting up an Ayurveda Medical Council. The Ayurveda doctors will be registered under the Ayurveda Medical Council. The State Minister made these remarks at a program held in Colombo today. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva says that steps have been taken to increase the retirement age for private sector employees up to 60 years. Initial discussions were made with the approval and the apparel sector management in this regard. Addressing a media briefing held in Colombo today, the minister said that the service of the employees will be taken after considering their mental and physical health and their efficiency. Next, we look at the main news story.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena said obtaining public comments and opinions on the new national trade policy will take place in the next few weeks. He said so at the Ministerial Consultative Committee on Trade Affairs held recently at the Parliament. Further, he added that an expert committee has been appointed to formulate the national trade policy, and a separate area in the BMICH premises has been set aside for the expert committee meetings. Professor Sampath Amratunga, the chairman of the University Grants Commission, has been appointed as the chairman of this export committee. The minister informed the committee that a cooperative policy will be formulated to address the shortcomings in the cooperative sector expeditiously. The need for a feasibility study when the Lanka Satosa outlets are newly opened was also raised by the committee. That was the main news story. Watchlight follows.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
A look at Watchlight. The Colombo Municipal Council has arranged an online mechanism to reserve appointments to get the COVID-19 vaccine for those above 60. Citizens above 60 in the Colombo city limits can visit the CMC website and allocate a time slot to obtain the COVID-19 vaccine free of charge. Accordingly, the eligible citizens can reserve time slots by visiting www.colombo.mc.gov.lk or through the e-channeling website or with the help of e-channeling apps. Issuing a statement, the CMC stated that the reservations will be carried out automatically free of charge and no intermediaries are needed in the reservation process. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Thai Deputy Minister says AstraZeneca vaccine safe. Prime Minister to get vaccinated. Tokyo reports 175 new COVID-19 cases, 7-day average still above government target. 3 civilians killed in bomb blasts in Afghan's Kabul. The Thai Deputy Prime Minister and the Public Health Minister said today that the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine imported for use in Thailand has been reassured and safe. And Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-chat will get a shot of the vaccine on Tuesday. Other cabinet members aged 60 years or older are also scheduled to be vaccinated with the AstraZeneca vaccine on Tuesday. The statement came following the country's decision to delay the rollout of the vaccine on the 12th of March, when Prayut and other cabinet members had been scheduled to have the first shots, after some European nations suspended the use of the vaccine due to concerns of blood clotting. Tokyo today reported 175 new COVID-19 cases, bringing the capital's tally to 115,584. The local government and health officials said the 7-day average of daily cases stood at 287.6, which is 113.5% of the average for the previous week. The 7-day average has remained high of late and above the metropolitan government's aim to keep the figure below 70% of the previous week. Of the 175 new COVID-19 cases in the capital, 14 million on Monday, the majority were aged in the 20s, following by patients aged in their 40s. The third highest age category comprised of those in their 30s, followed by those in their 50s, the local government and health officials said. At least 3 civilians were killed and 12 others wounded in 2 separate explosions in the Afghan capital, Kabul, local police said. One blast occurred when an improvised bomb hit a minibus in Police District 3, and the other explosion, a similar one, took place in the neighboring PD 6 in the western part of the city. The death toll was likely to rise as some of the wounded were in critical condition. No group has claimed responsibility for the attacks so far. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Thai Deputy Prime Minister says AstraZeneca vaccine safe. Prime Minister to get vaccinated. Tokyo reports 175 new COVID-19 cases, 7-day average still above government target. 3 civilians killed in bomb blasts in Afghanistan's Kabul. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is up next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
Further expanding the opportunity to provide housing to the people outside of Colombo who do not own a house of their own, in accordance with the Vision of Prosperity policy statement of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the foundation stone was laid on Saturday for the construction of a housing complex consisting of 135 houses in Anuradhapura. The project is implemented under the supervision of Dr. Nalaka Godaheva, State Minister of Urban Development, Coast Conservation, Waste Disposal and Community Sanitation. Accordingly, this 10-story housing scheme consists of 54 houses of 900 square feet with 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, 3 bedrooms and a storage room, and 81 houses of 700 square feet with 2 bedrooms, a kitchen and 2 bathrooms. The apartment complex will have a 135 car parking garage and a guest garage. That was development news. Sports news follows.
Development news was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
Sports news. The Ahmedabad pitch on which India beat England in 2 days in the third test will not be demerited by the International Cricket Council. The pitch has been given an average rating by match referee Javagal Srinath, meaning it will not earn any demerit points. An accumulation of demerit points can lead to venues being suspended from hosting international matches. India won the third test by 10 wickets, going on to take the series 3-1. Pitches and outfields for all internationals are given 1 of 6 ratings: very good, good, average, below average, poor and unfit. A below average pitch is given 1 demerit point, a poor pitch 3 points, and an unfit pitch 5. If a venue collects 5 demerit points in a 5-year period, it can be suspended from hosting international matches for a year. That was a look at sports news. Business news is up next.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce and the McLaren's Maritime Academy recently entered into a memorandum of understanding where CCC-appointed surveyors will have an opportunity to undertake training programs to enhance their technical know-how in the fields of bunker and draft survey. In addition to theoretical knowledge, the above training courses will deliver on-the-job training on board on their fleet of vessels through practical on-field experiences to apply theories learnt in the classroom. The session will be conducted by internationally accredited industry experts with a vast amount of experience. The programs will run for 4 days of theory and an on-board 1-day practical session. That was business news. Economic news is up next.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why? I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Considering the difficulties and constraints faced by businesses and individuals engaged in the passenger transportation service due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has requested licensed commercial banks, licensed specialized banks, licensed finance companies and specialized leasing companies to provide concessions for lease facilities obtained by such businesses and individuals for 6 months or a shorter period as applicable, commencing the 1st of April this year. The eligible borrowers are businesses and individuals engaged in providing public passenger transportation, private passenger transportation, such as school transport services, office transport services, taxis including three-wheelers, and others, and those providing passenger transportation services to the tourism sector, the central bank said. That was economic news. Finally, a look at the weather report.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
A look at the weather report. The Met Department says showers will occur at several places in the eastern, Ubud and north-central provinces and in the Nuwara and Matale districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, western and northwestern provinces and in the Galle, Matara and Kandy districts during the evening or at night. Fairly heavy falls, above 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa, Ubud and western provinces during the morning. That was the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. Apparel sector businessmen are sure to fulfill export income target this year. An authorised officer to look into the matters related to property auctions of doctors. Health authorities request the people to not fear about the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Plans have been made to set up a media training institute. Steps are being taken to increase the retirement age for private sector employees up to 60 years. In foreign news, Thai Deputy Prime Minister says AstraZeneca vaccine safe. Prime Minister to get vaccinated. That ends tonight's news broadcast, and I see my dear friend and yours all smiles, set and ready. Probably she has been answering the phone with all those calls coming in thick and fast for the final program, which she will be hosting until 10 o'clock tonight, The Family Choice. Okay, Chandima, over to you.